Hello. Um, Today I will make a video tutorial about how to make this outstanding 3D model for a coffin. So I will start about how I make a process the photograph from the top of the coffin, exterior and interior, and how we can be able to merge the both sided together. The same for the bottom, and how we merge the both exterior and interior together, and how to extract or using a technique called physically based rendering. I mean by that how to make the 3D model very low optimized model and extract the detail in another 2D picture map. As well, you can see in the C3 model, if I just can be control with the lighting, you can see this kind of effects or reflection. So this information is called roughness map. So I will show you how I create this kind of all of normal map, roughness map, and ambient occlusion. What is ambient occlusion map? So this is the key of success, actually the ambient occlusion and cavity map, to show you the depth of all your description, and also how I can create the specular map. And this is how it looks like, the very low quality model. I cannot see any kind of details, but after I apply this normal map, I will see my model actually in very high detail model. But at the same time, in the viewer, it's only 120,000 polygon, which is nothing. So the technology is called physically based rendering, or PBR. It's designed for gamer, the people who create games. But we can use it, like you can see here, I can use it in preservation and cultural heritage stuff, for good visualization and for more realism. Like you can see, when I move the light, you can see how the actual coffin effect with the light, and how when I zoom in and move the light, you can see the depths and details on it. So in this tutorial, I will show you how I made all of this stuff very quickly and basically, not in advanced way. So let's start about that. So I will open my folder here. So I have, first of all, I have the photo I took from Dr. Peter from the top, outside, exterior, and top, interior, and so on. So I will just take all of this image inside MetaShape. I'm usually use MetaShape Professional Edition, so I will just drag the photograph, drag it and drop. I don't need these images, so I will just drag and drop this image like that, and just here. So the first step, I will go to workflow and align photo. So first of all, I have to take care about some stuff. Usually I'm not using the low, but if I just go to high is enough. I just recommend don't go to highest. Highest for like a very bad data set to use. So I wanted to, if I use high, so I just wanted to extract as much as possible from feature point. But if I have a good photograph, like a good photos, high is more than enough. And I will leave it as a source. Key point limit is 40,000, which is the amount of feature point or detected point in each image. 10,000 point is a tie point, which is a linked point between overlap two images. And I will leave the rest like it is. And I will press OK. I will not do that because it might take time, so I made a quick process here. So once I made the align photo, I will get this view. So I have to take care about something. So when I make align, I didn't use any kind of mask. Like I didn't tell the software, don't use the background. So that's why I will find a lot of tie point flying away. So first of all, I have to clean all of this and make something called optimization of the camera position. If I just open this option here, I will see my camera position and orientation. So first of all, if I press 5, I will convert from perspective view to ortho view, and 7 to look at top view. So this is the X and Y and Z. So X and Y, like I'm looking from the top view. After that, I will go to rotate region here. Sorry, not rotate object at the beginning, and I will adjust my position of my object. So, of course, my object, if I will look from the top, I will look to my coffin like this. If I press 3, I will see my coffin from the side view. I will adjust it. If I press 1, I will see my coffin from left view. So this is now I adjust the position of my object. Second, I will adjust the position of my boundary box for this box, which is very, very important. I have to adjust my boundary box, because sometimes when I make a line, actually my boundary box might be here. So if I make a process, the software actually will only make a process what inside the box, not outside. So he will just cut this area. So that's why I have to make sure my boundary box fill hole my interest area. I will press 3 to look it from the side view, 7 to look it from the top view. Second, I will adjust the size of my boundary box here, like that. I will press 3 to look from the side view. 1. So this is my first step. So now I adjust the rotation of my object. I adjust the rotation and the scale of my boundary box. Second of all, I don't need all of these tie points. So I will press 7 to look from the top view. I will use the selection tool and I will just select what inside the box and press the crop. So here I will just delete what outside. Press 3 to make sure that to do the same here and crop. So after that, still if I just go in close, I will find some tie point actually flying. All of these actually are error. So what does that mean of this error? It's like it's a bad camera orientation here. Like two camera when they merge or overlap between each other, he detects some wrong feature point. That's why it's give me a noise here. So might be if I process my model in high or ultra high, I will find a noisy surface in this area. So how I solve it from the beginning. So this is very important step to some people who might just don't understand why I do all of that. Just I organize my model to make sure it will become as sharp as possible. So to delete all of this noise, I will go to model gradual selection. I will use first reconstruction uncertainty, and I have to make sure that I'm not select all of the point. Just I have to make sure I select some reasonable point. Here is the number of selection point. So I have to make sure that I didn't select a lot of tie points. If I did that, actually, I will get an aligned image. Might be like will not be aligned. Like the software will discard this image by itself. So like for example, now he select all the error of the tie point. I will press OK. Then I will press delete button. After that, I will go again to gradual selection and I will select the reprojection error, which is the error of the tie point. I will just select it here. So some of them, not too much. Okay. So 0.3, like for example, this is by pixel. So which each wrong tie point in pixel. So the 0.3 is like less than half pixel error selected. So and I will press delete. And it's not only by that. If I just go right click on my chunk, I will go to process, and after that I will optimize my camera. So I will tell the software make optimization to the rotation and orientation of each camera individually. So all of this actually is a distortion of the camera, like the middle center distortion and the edges and so on. So most of the time I leave it as a default, and sometimes I'm just check this estimate tie point covariance, which show to me the error for each tie point. And I will press OK. Now he just adjusts the rotation. How I know my model is perfect and ready to create a very good 3D model before I do anything, I will just right click and show information to my chunk. If I not scroll down, sorry. If I go to RMS, reprojection error, what does that mean? So this is root mean square reprojection error. This is the reprojection error for each pixel individually, which is 0.1 by unit and 1.8 by pixel. So it's really recommend the pixel is one to be one less than 1 pixel. So this one is 2 pixel, actually it's a great height. So I have to make my optimization for, I use a gradual selection like 2 or 3 times, but I have to be careful that the tie point is not selected a lot. So once I do that every time, the optimization, I will get this number reduced. So second step, I will create my model. I will create a very rough 3D model, not very high. So in the workflow, I will go to build mesh, and I will build the depth map in low quality. I will not go to high right now, and I will press OK. So it will take some time, so I will do that anyway. Build mesh in low, but I will go to lowest for this tutorial. And most of the time, I just leave the face count as a custom and give it unlimited for the lowest, not for the highest. Okay, so this is a new feature inside MetaShape. It's called build the mesh based on the depth map. So this is for the people who are not familiar with this option. Before that, we was build the dense point cloud to create a very dense density model, and after that go to build mesh and build the mesh build based on the dense point cloud. But now actually the new version of MetaShape allow us to discard this option and use directly the depth map, and it save a lot of time, like 5 times than the usual time of building the dense point cloud. So I will go to the loss right now, and just to make sure it's be fast, I have to make sure that I enable the calculate vertex color, and after that I will press OK. Okay, now we back again, and it's almost finished the process. It just takes like 3 minutes to finish in lowest quality. Alright, so after I finish my very low quality model, of course this is not the model, this is not the finished model. I'm just build this rough low model to create the mask, which is the most important step. So what is mask is? Mask, I told the mask has 2 benefits. The first one is that I told the software to only focus on the coffin and ignore all what outside. And this is a very advantage tool that to create, just to let the software only focus in my main artifact or object, and the final result will be more faster in the process, like 2 or 3 times faster, and as well as details will be much sharper. So how I create now the mask without doing it from each photograph individually, which is a lot of time consuming. So I will tell you how to do it just in 2 minutes. So I will press 5 to just go from perspective to ortho, 3 to look it from, 1 to look it from the left view, and I will go to select, and I will select. I don't care what exactly I'm selecting, if here or here. Just I wanted to make sure that I'm select all the unneeded area, and I will select it, press delete, and after that I will just make sure I delete all what I don't need, which is all of these parts. I don't need all of these things at all. So now I have my models, it's cropped, and after that I will go to file, import mask, and I will tell the software import mask based on my model. So he will create a mask based on what it's seen here. So I will tell the software, he asked me exactly what do you, for like, you want to do mask for only one selected image, this selected image, or to all the camera or the entire workspace, which all the folders. So I will tell him just all the camera, and I will press OK. So this step will take like you can see only 1 minute, might be less. We will wait. So I just wanted to mention this is coming the importance of doing the optimization. Optimization is just to correct the orientation and position of the camera. If it's wrong, the mask actually might take some needed area or unselect some needed area. That's why I just wanted to make sure my position of my camera is perfect, like 99%, 98%, whatever. So that's why I just do the optimization of my camera to make sure my model is perfect. So now I create, it's almost finished, like take 1 minute and a couple of seconds. Alright, so now I wanted to check, now I just wanted to check my mask. If I just open the image here, each image, I will find it's automatically create a mask for each image individually. It's automation. Like if I just open the mask tool here, okay, now he create a mask in just 1 minute, very quickly. So after I create the mask, I will repeat my process, which is align the photo. So I will align the photo in high, and I will make sure that apply mask to key point to tell the software to make a line based on my mask selection. So, and I will not do that because I already did that before, and it might take like a bit sometimes, but yeah, this is how I do that for the exterior, and I will do the same for the interior. So I already made 2 folders here, which is the top exterior here. So this is, here is my model. This is, I didn't create a mask. So this is before I create the mask. So once I did, I made the mask for the top, and here is the interior for the same. I will clean, cut, and again we'll go to file, go to the mask to be like that for both the interior and the exterior. So after that I have both of them. I will go to workflow and tell the software align chunk. So I will tell the software, please align the top and align the top exterior and the top interior. So how, based on what he will align. So you can see here like this, painting, drawing. Here, if I go to the interior downside, I will find the same interest area is common in the top and the down. Sorry, interior and exterior. So there are 2 common areas. So after I just press on align photo, automatically the software will create for me this area, these 2 areas. You can see this is actually the exterior and this is the interior. So I have both area are merged by using the mask. If I just open here, you can see all my image are masked. All my image are masked. So after I merge the exterior and interior, I will go to workflow now and go to build mesh, and I have to make sure it's depth. Now I can go, if it's for scientific purpose or visualization, whatever, I'm normally go to high, or in some cases I go to medium. And after that, so I have to make sure that the face count for logically as scientific, if you're using for scientific or research, or just you wanted to publish article, make a comparison, I just recommend to make the software create as much as possible of polygon by leave the face count as a 0, which is unlimited. Unlimited meaning that as much the software can create. Most of the cases I'm just put 20 million, start with 20 million polygon if my computer is not powerful enough. And I will press OK. So it will take like, by using the depth map and by my powerful of my computer, it might take like 2 hours working for this part, might be less, 1 hour and a half. And this is how I got my 3D model. So this is like a very rough, just for monitoring in the video tutorial. So now I have my 3D model from exterior and interior. Now to upload it on a Sketchfab, I have to using another software, because like for example, if I create my 3D model and it was like 20 million, 30 million polygon, it will be impossible to put it in a Sketchfab website. So most of the people using the optimization. To use the optimization, I'm using the ZBrush software. So I'm just will go to my folder here, project file, my files here, and here is my high quality model. Alright, so in ZBrush I will just drag and drop my coffin, my cover of my coffin. So here is actually the software, sorry. Here is the high resolution model using the high quality in MetaShape. The face count of this polygon is for this model is 7 million, which is quite high. I cannot put it in ZBrush, in Sketchfab. So how I made the optimization, it's very easy. I will go to subtool. First of all, I will duplicate my model here and disable my main model. So second, I will go to geometry and tell the software go and use the zero measure tool. This is the optimization. This is fully automation. So once I press on it, will not take time. Now it's still process. You can see the process is moving from this orange. Alright. I will press escape, just I forget to mention something. Still processing. Okay, it doesn't matter. So what I forget, just most of the time I using the target poly count. I start with 20. 20 meaning he will start with 20,000 polygon, not 7 million, but 20,000. You can see 5,000 polygon actually is like very rough 3D model. So most of the time I'm just going to 20, and I will do it again. To undo, just I press Ctrl Z to undo my process, or just I can undo it from here, from this 2 slide bar. You can see this is how many undo 1, 2, 3, 4 by moving the slide. Okay, it's still process. Alright, so it's now the bar is just jumped, and it's almost there. Alright, now I create my 3D model, and it's 26 polygon, 26,000 polygon only, this 3D model, which is a decent. So the second step now, here I have the high resolution model, which is this layer, and this one is the low resolution model. One of the most important steps is using the UV wrapping. So UV wrapping is how the camera position inside MetaShape will project the photograph on my surface and distribute it in the 2D sheet. Like for example, normally I'm just put my model inside MetaShape, like I will put MetaShape and go to workflow, build texture, and just build the texture in generic or whatever and press OK. But when I export my model, I will find with the model another 2D texture map. But I will, if I focus about it, I will find my texture map is like very seam, like very small and cut in many pieces. So in our vision or our perspective as a graphic designer or artist or 3D, it's not recommended to have a texture map like this, very small or cut in pieces. So that's why I'm using the wrap. I use it manually by using ZBrush. So to do it so quickly, I will go to the plugin UV Master and just press unwrap. So this is an automation unwrapping tool inside ZBrush. Sometimes it works fine, sometimes it's not. If it's not work fine, there are many alternative ways inside ZBrush to make it perfect. So sometimes take time to just finish wrapping. So he just say, okay, I will wrap or flatten your 3D model. Okay, now it's start moving again and it's finished. So now I just wanted to check my wrapping. So to check my wrapping, I will go to UV here and tell the software morph my UV, show me how you flatten my map. So this is how my texture map will be projected on the MetaShape software. This is how the 2D texture map will looks like here, which is not bad. I will not say this is 100% perfect for many reasons. It will take time if I will explain it in this video tutorial, but this is like decent view. So to just back to my 3D model, now I will go to morph UV again, and here is my 3D model again in very low quality, only 26,000 polygon for the cover. The second step is to do something called project the details. So I will open my high resolution model. Now I select on my low resolution and high resolution model on it. So I wanted to make something called projection. What is projection? I will tell the software project the high resolution, like the details from the high resolution, and put it in my low resolution to just have the same surface. So I will go to enable the both layers, go to project, I just press on project all and disable. Now you can see sometimes the surface is like a bit changed, but still I have a very low resolution model. Now the next step is to build a texture based on this low resolution model. The third step is to using a baking technique, which is I will tell the software take all of these details from high resolution and put it in a 2D texture map, and I will show you how to do this stuff. First of all, I will export my raw resolution model as an OBJ, and after I export it, I will go to my high resolution and export. So I will have two models, the high resolution and the low resolution. I already did that. So inside the MetaShape, I will go to File, Import Model here, and import my low resolution model. Okay, here is my low resolution model. This one is 57,000 polygon, which is decent enough. And I have all my masked camera. Okay, and this is the camera position. All right, so to create the texture, I will go to workflow, build the texture. So something very important about building texture. Once I create the UV inside ZBrush, I have to give this information to MetaShape. What that mean? I mean that I have to tell the software use my UV or wrapping I created in ZBrush. How I do that? I will go to mapping tool and I will tell the software keep the UV. And I have to make sure that I enable the whole filling. Not using the enable ghost filtering, it will take a lot of time. And no need for using this option for this project. And I will keep the rest as a default. And I will press OK. I already did that, so I will not do that again. Now I have a low resolution model with texture map. I have my model here, this one, with texture map. Here is it after I create the texture map. You can see how the texture is pretty sharp quality. But this is still only low quality model. What about the details? If I just zoom in, I can see a very good texture. But if I just turn it to the mode, the surface or geometry mode, I will find this is a flat surface. So how I create the detail map, like we can see. I will open a software called XNormal for baking. So in high definition model, I will go here and add mesh, or just go to here, project folder, sorry, this one, and here is the high resolution model, and just drag it and drop. And low resolution model, here is my low resolution model, and drag and drop. Most of the time I'm using the maximum frontal ray distance as 0.1 and this one as 0.1. I will make it as an average normal. This one average normal. And next I will go to baking tool. So I will, first of all, I will decide the location, file location, which will be saved by itself, and I will tell the software export the normal map, ambient occlusion, and cavity map in anti-aliasing form, and I will leave it box size like this. And normally I use the 4K map. So yeah, 4K map is like pretty good, and after that I will create generate map. So it will take time to finish the process. So after it finish, I will have, of course, this is my 2D texture map which I created in ZBrush, and this is the other map which I created in the XNormal. So this is the cavity map, and this is the normal map. If I just focus on the normal map, I can see all the details from the high resolution model. So normal map is defined by 3 colors: RGB, red, green, and blue. Each color refer to a direction, and what between is combination between 2 directions. Like for example, here this is look to this face, and this look up, and so on. And I have these 3 maps and the low resolution model. What about the roughness and specular? So roughness I will create it by using Photoshop. So I will take the main texture map, open Photoshop, and I will just unlock this one. I will Control J to create another layer, Control Shift U to make it black and white, go to curve, and I will increase it like a bit. And this is my, sorry, I just wanted to understand what is the roughness. Okay, this is the roughness. All right, so this is the roughness. Control Shift S as a roughness. After I save it, I will Control I to invert my selection. Sorry. Let's merge these two layers. Control I to merge the selection. This is a specular map. Okay. Specular and the rough is a control with the reflections of the object. So now I have my low resolution model, my roughness, specular, texture map, normal, occlusion, and cavity map. Now I finish my coffin, and if I open the 3D Studio Max here to import my model inside it. Okay, to organize my view, and here is the top. Of course, I have to scale it, by the way, my model inside MetaShape. So if I go here and open any of these image, you can see here I define the scale based on this marker. So all my model actually already defined it. Anyway, let's back to 3D Studio Max, and here is the cover, and I do the same process to the bottom, back, and the top. Texture map is pretty good. It's very sharp, everything. Wow, that's very good. Inside the 3D Studio Max, I create animation. So here is my animation bar, how it looks like. If it is very play animation, here's how it looks like. And I export it from the 3D Studio Max as another file format. And I will go to Sketchfab, go to upload, and upload all my model with all my texture map to create this outstanding 3D model. If I just press in the pause here or stop the video, I can just have a full control. I can just actually go in. Oh wow, that's very good. I can just close the coffin, and now I'm locked inside. You can see the texture is very good, and here is not only, like I said before, it's not only a texture map, but if I go there and go to normal map, this is the detail map, which is affected here. So this is how the flat surface, and if I go here, how the flat surface applied normal map on it, and here is the final render. Alright, so hope you understand this video. Is not complicated process, it's just like straightforward. Just you need to understand what you are doing and why you're using this software and why not. Understand the process and the step is very important, and this is always the key of success. So as long as you understand what you are doing, you will create an amazing output. So thank you so much for your time, and hope this video is be useful for you. See you later. Bye.